Sanibel woman says she received a divine sign after moving back into her home following Hurricane Ian. Carolyn David's home and her church fared much better in Helene. It was her church and really her faith that saw her through a terrible time and is helping her move forward. At 87 years old, Carolyn David doesn't mind the grunt work of gardening.
No, I work in the yard every day, pull the weeds. I'm bored. And I'm lonely.
But with all her might, Carolyn couldn't get her husband Jack to leave their Sanibel home when things started to get bad in Ian.
It was horrifying, to say the least, but he was fine.
Jack had dementia. The pictures on the walls around his bed helped him manage the disease. It's there in that room, Carolyn says he survived Ian holding onto his Bible.
Now, how did that happen? We just figured maybe the bed raised with him on it. We didn't know. It was a God thing.
First responders found Jack, and days later he was reunited with Carolyn. Sadly, though, he passed away before they could get back in their home. But out of nowhere, Carolyn told me wildflowers started to bloom.
I feel so thankful to have those flowers.
A Christian group gutted and cleaned Carolyn's home. The youth group at Sanibel Community Church painted her walls.
Talk about God providing.
And one day when Carolyn was doing yard work, she received what can only be described as a divine sign.
I looked down, and just like you would see this on my arm, was on a branch. Attached to it, my mother's bracelet that was in my closet on the other side of the house.
It was a sign she needed. Jack was not only her partner of 67 years, but caring for him became her purpose. As she looks for her new purpose, she wants you to know this.
If you have the Lord God in heaven, and you have a sense of humor, I think you're going to make it.
Carolyn left the island and rode out Helene in Cape Coral. She's glad she did, but even happier to have found water didn't get into her home, although it came close.
All right. Kuwait News continues in 90 seconds. We'll be right back.